So today's video, I thought I would do a video talking about Gabby Hanna and trying out kind of a new background. So trying to make this existing background look better. So I'm trying to work that out. So if I do look like I am not in the best angle, then that's why. So let's talk about Gabby Hanna, just sort of what's been going on with her and her live performances and that. Gabby Hanna, throughout her time on YouTube, rather a large portion, has kind of struggled with online criticism. People not really watching her music videos. She did a series, Smoky Glow. Smoky Glow did a video watching the series. Gabby Hanna did. I'll link it down below in the description. And I was gonna do a video going through it, watching it, but I couldn't find it. Where I think with Gabby Hanna not really liking criticism is she had her Snapchat on at our party, went up to Rice Gum, hey Rice Gum, you want a rap battle? Rice Gum took her phone and smashed it. Everyone was on Rice Gum's side. Gabby Hanna did a podcast with Ferrell Abraham, who was on Teen Mums. She was famous, the one that was famous to come out of Teen Mums. Never heard of her personally. She's known for being particularly problematic, being very difficult to work with. Kind of a similar-ish to Gabby Hanna. It's either going to be a great podcast or a podcast that just gets cancelled. To be honest, not sure on my thoughts of the podcast. Though shortly after the podcast was announced, it's either yep, true, or to get views for the podcast. The podcast was messy. It was meant to come out not last week, but the week before, but it didn't. It could either be late or delayed or been cancelled. Gabby also started her own podcast, which there was 4 episodes at the time of scripting this. She wants to focus on music and hate social media. It makes no sense. I'm gonna break up the podcast. It was meant to be the podcast with Ferrell, and that was meant to be talking about mental health and general life and the music industry and sharing stories. Gabby Hanna left the internet after she got cancelled. Smoky Glow did 2 videos about Gabby Hanna. We'll link both of those down below. Gabby Hanna has been posting her artwork to Twitter, like paintings. Gabby more or less is trying to do more shows, as well as releasing albums, and really trying to focus on her music career. Gabby has started smaller channels that don't relate to the Gabby Show or Gabby Hanna. The channels Gabby has left is the Gabby Show, which was her main channel. Gabby Hanna Camera Roll, which has 1 video. Gabby Hanna Music, which has 2 videos of her singing. 1 I Talk Too Much, which is an ASMR channel, and 1 channel Look Design, which has 1 video. Now I'm going to break down the podcast. Number 1, episode 1 starts with Gabby talking about her self and social media. Talking about how she's not fun to be around when she's creating content. And her thoughts on social media. Number 2, Gabby talks while she does her makeup. Number 3 and 4 was just her talking, which is nothing wrong with that, because that's kind of the point of a podcast. It definitely kind of makes sense that Gabby says she's not fun to be around when she's creating content, because people have said she's not fun to be around when she's creating content. For being on and off social media. In social media, for social media, and outside of social media. Talks about whether to do music, which makes her happy, and carry on with social media, which makes her unhappy, or stop doing social media and do neither. She's aware that she could do a 9 to 5 job, and people that do that. There are obviously some that enjoy it, like I'm not going to say and make generalisations that everyone hates it. But people are like more miserable and more people struggle. Also the case is, Gabbie using her degree doesn't make her nearly as much money as Gabbie makes doing social media. She hates social media. She hates how social media comes into music and how doing music videos they go onto YouTube. But if she was on a label, she could sing without doing social media. So we're back in. It's a few days later. There are musicians that don't use social media but are very well known. There are like streaming platforms and charts, and also labels deal with advertising. Like I know some artists just because of the charts. Gabbie would just do better focusing on like turning her social media to just music and advertising and avoiding the drama if possible, just to evolve it around music. She talks about mental health. People ask her why she stopped vlogging. Gabbie Hanna stopped vlogging to focus on her fitness, her weight loss, her mental health. Gabbie Hanna did a live show which didn't get the best response, like about some of the responses. The audience has a better pitch. I put a comment, does not sound good. This minute this performance will live in my head rent free forever. That ending rocked. Damn, she's living in another key. Huh? Do you have the full performance? I'd love to see it. Off key, the concert. It's like she's having a lot of fun up there. I'm glad. Another one. Bless her heart. The people watch. These are our fans, but I'm just trying to figure out how you can stand her voice. She has no pitch or volume control. She also runs out of breath so much. It's a great, like her writing, but she can't sing. I wish she sold her music to someone else. They would be such great songs. Music, I just don't think she can really sing. Beautiful, she looks happy. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.